Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is December 19th, and some of my readers still send me emails. I'm a little bit surprised at why they still asking if they should hold Stone Company or not, because they still not sell it out, and then they're holding it. And just in November 16, Stone Company issued her third quarter report, and then the share price crashed again, right? Because it's quite bad, right? The provision is still there, exactly same as the last season. And in the last season's report, Stone Company's report already said that it will take her 2 to 3 quarters for her to rectify. She didn't say it very clearly. I think it's the bad debts, right? And you can see the provision of this quarter is same amount as in last season. That's the problem. Other data is not bad, but that is killing. So today I want to use some time to analyze. I took half an hour to study the report. Just issued it in 2 days before, and then today I will take some time to do the analysis for you, right? I know you guys, if you're still holding Stone Company, I know you guys don't want to sell it. I know that. Because now the price is very low. 19. Some of you may buy it at 40 like us, then we buy it 40, we sell it a little bit lower, then we're lucky, right? We didn't lose a lot, right? And some of you may bought it at 50 or even at 60, right? I know it hurts. Right, it's hurting, right? But you have to do that because actually we don't know when it can clear all the bad debts, and it's most likely, if from the report, it may not be just a provision. It may be a real debts, right? It may be a real debts, right? It's most probably not like a provision, right? So actually, let us talk about it then after a few headlines, right? Our Falcon portfolio increased a little bit, 95%, right after 25 months. So if for any stock you want me to analyze, so you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can email to me at usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So this is our Falcon portfolio, and we have problems now in PayPal, right? Actually, behind this Excel worksheet, I dropped it down for any transactions. For all the transactions, I dropped it down. Initially, I bought all this stock. I hold it myself, right? All this stock: Alphabet, Apple, Facebook, PayPal, Adobe, AMD. I also bought in the same, right? From my record, initially we bought in PayPal for 1,000 shares. And I dump out for 2 times. One time 200 shares at 144. And another time is another 200 shares at 188. So actually our cost of the PayPal is not 102. Our cost is about $60. Right? So still safe, but don't just because you bought in low and then you not taking care of it, right? So PayPal is still dropping, and we will see how it goes, right? How it goes later on, right? So in the next screenshot, we will discuss it. And I already examined this portfolio, right? Because this is end of the year. And in my Hong Kong channel, I told the readers that actually for this portfolio, I only did one thing this year. So it's quite surprising, right? I only did one thing this year, is bought in AMD, nothing else. Not selling out, not buying in, I just buy in one time, AMD this year. Nothing, nothing I did, right? But actually I read a lot, but no action. So this year we have 24%, and the drop of the PayPal cost us 8%. We lost 8%, right? Actually our portfolio performance should be 103, and we lost 8% in PayPal. But doesn't matter, I'm not the god of the stock, right? I'm not Warren Buffett. I make mistake, right? So investors should stay back from Stone Company now, even if you don't want to. I know some of the investors still holding Stone Company. They don't want to sell it out because they will lose a lot, because that the share price now is 19, right? It's 19. So drop that is more than 60%, right? More than 60%, but no way. Seems you have to, right? Yesterday's Dow Jones doesn't have very clear directions, like I said, because it's very close to Thanksgiving. Right, in 25 is the Black Friday, and so you can see the Dow Jones, right, drop 60 points yesterday, no direction, and Nasdaq rise up 72 points, no direction, before the holiday. And Paytm falls 27% on the first trading day, but it doesn't matter because don't conclude at this early moment yet, right? Because it just, that actually the premium, a lot of people that is paying a lot of premium to Paytm for any financial stock or e-payment stock go to IPO, especially from these emerging countries like India, then this always happens. So we'll see, right? So Cathie Wood, I don't know what she's doing. She is always buying when the stock she's holding drops. I don't know why. This is a very bad habit. This is a very bad habit when you just buy the stock because it drops. Right? Then there's no need for you to study anything. Well, you just buy it when it drops. Right? It drops. It may have a reason. Right? So Roku just dropped it, and then Cathie would get a pounce on them. I don't know why. All right. That is Splunk. Also Slumps and Cathie Woods buys at the drop. Seems she just buy things when it drops. Right? So that's simple, right? It's simple for all the investors. You just buy things when it drops, and when you have the money, when you get it famous, then you get the money, and then you buy in a lot of stock. When it drops, then you buy in, right? When it rises, you sell it out. Then it's so easy, right? Then all of us can be Warren Buffett, right? Not like this. Not like this. And then, one of the things that I have a brief analyze on her on my diaries, right? On my diary notes. And then she had been in this business for 45 years, since 1977, when she graduated from the university, right? And then she went into the financial, into this field, financial, and then 10 years after, she's been one of the unit trust manager, right? So she's been in this field for 45 years. Just don't like that, right? One thing I don't like her is she always guess. You see, she always guess. How do you know? Tesla should take 20% or more of the auto market in 5 years. How does she know? I think she just purely guessed, right? And then she guessed for what? For what's the value of the Bitcoin after so many years? So she always guessed. Or she's used something. She used something to pop up the share price, then she can sell it. Maybe this is old tricks, right? But when you heard Warren Buffett said about this works, never. Also, including Charlie, never. Then they never say like that. They always said after they analyze, the stock is good, have good future, something like that, right? So I don't know she said this by intention, or she just always guessing, right? But do not have this habit to buy when it drops. It drops, it has a reason. Analyze the business, analyze the performance report before you do any action. Don't just buy a stock when it's low. That is not investing. than speculating. If you speculating, then maybe you're correct, right? Because you will dump it out in very short time. But if you are investing, never do this. Because I lost a lot of money because this bad habit. I cut this already. But I use a lot of money, right, to learn this lesson. And PayPal also drops after Bernstein downgrades the stock and amid the rising competition. So let us see what is said. That is quite old saying. We know it all the way, right? 2 points for Bernstein said that. And first is what he said is Shopify and Amazon, some big e-commerce platform, then may negotiate with PayPal for the transaction fee. We know that. Of course, when your platform is big enough, of course you will negotiate, right? Like a lot of people negotiate with Apple, right, for the app store charge for the commission. So we know that this is an old saying, right? This is quite an old saying. I don't know if Shopify can, because Shopify is still not big as Amazon, but 100% Amazon will. Like the Amazon now cut, right? Cut the Visa from UK because the transaction fee is too high, right? So this is normal, right? When you're big enough, you have the bargaining power. So I don't know, right? Actually, Shopify and Amazon can do the same to all the e-payment, right? Not only Visa, MasterCard, right? Whatever, right? PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, whatever, because they're big, right? And the second is, Bernstein said there is rising competition for PayPal. I agree, but we know that, right? I agree, but we know that, right? PayPal is also competing with the others like Visa, MasterCard, Square, right? Everything, every e-payment. So this is some old saying, right? And the target price is 220, something like that. I think he may be the one that doing the hedge, right? He may be dumping it out, right? And they saying something that is the afterpay. Actually, PayPal has it already, so no new things. And PayPal share price actually is quite terrible. It dropped it from 308 to 200. That means it dropped it more than 30%. And I checked it the this year for the quarter just passed. PayPal's net profit increment is 6.7%, and for the past 9 months accumulated is 27% for the net income increment. I think at the end of the day for the whole year is about 20, something like that, 19 or 20. So if you look at the PE ratio, not very expensive at this moment, not very expensive, right? Not cheap, not expensive. So I won't sell PayPal at this moment because it's still earning money. It's totally do not like Stone Company, two different things, right? So but you have to stand the pressure of the stocks dropping, right? You have to stand the pressure, which as an investor so often does, right? We always need to stand, right? So we have picked up a lot of stock in between, right? So we have two miss. One is Stone Company and we cut it on time, and then another one is PayPal. But even PayPal, we sell 20% at 144, and we sell another 20% at 190. So actually we're still okay, right? And let's look at Stone Company, which maybe some of my readers then don't want to, but you have to face the reality. So you can see the Stone Company is not looking in a good shape, right? You see the highest is 95 and now is 19, right? That means it dropped it back to the lowest point. and there is no PE, right? So something bad. It must be something bad, right? So I have to quick recap on the third quarter's report just issued. So the money is in Brazil money. The Brazil's pandemic now is much better. You can check it on the website, much better. But I don't know if the economy can recover soon, right? Maybe some is already dead. Maybe some is already closed. It's not like the America. You can see the total payment value still increased for 7.6%. And the total active payment clients increased more than a double. Right, it's more than a double, so it's quite alright, right? It's quite alright, right? You can see that now. And the total revenue plus the income, right? It's not the income for herself, right? You know that she is for the payment card, right? So it's just the total revenue and the income. That means for the commission that she has is 1,469.6 million Brazil dollars. So increased more than 50% than last quarter, than last year, right? But that is terrible. How come the adjusted net income decreased more than 55.9%? Why? What happened? Why the commission increased and the adjusted net income decreased? She still lost. She still not get lost, but very close to loss, right? When you look at these two tables, you know why it lost. The first, you look at that. And then for the provision for loss, that means they prepare a big sum. That means that sum may be lost. It's because they do the credit payment. Maybe blind at the time, I don't know, I'm blaming for that, right? So actually, when they did these things, they're not counting on if they can pay back the money. Some of the shops may be closed. Some of the people, they lost job. So how can you get back the money? Right? And so they prepare. They can't pay back. That means a loss, an actual loss to the company. So you can see, in the last quarter, the provision for losses is 781. It's 781. And for this quarter, 775. That means the same. That means the same. Still the provision is not finished. That means that situation of not returning the money back in the proper period or amount still goes on. It may probably be an actual loss. That's the problem, right? It's not improved. So you can see in the lower table, right? Take a look at the fair value adjusted on equity security designated at FVPL. That means it holds a lot of the stock of the securities. Maybe Stone Company, they have owned a lot of Stone Company stock. Of course it drops, right? Of course it drops. I don't know at what price they bought in, but maybe not 17, right? Maybe they bought in at 40. So it drops. Of course it drops, right? So these two factors acted together. You can see how much for provision she did it, right? Nearly 15, right? This may be a billion. And the equity security price loss, another 13, 1,341. This is 2 quarters total revenue. That's a big amount. So that makes the share price drop so much. So you know that you can see at the quarterly report, right? It's all there, right? It's not hiding anything. So take a look at this, adjusted. So for the adjusted net cash on hand, right? For the cash on hand, cash and cash equivalent is a million, 3,000 million. I believe that because it's cash, right? For the short-term investment, 2,246. I don't know what it is. Maybe a security stock of Stone Company. So I don't believe this value. And for the account receivable from card issuer, do you believe it? I don't know. Some of them may go bankrupt, so you can't get back the money. So the adjusted cash, what we can trust it, maybe just half. Right? I'm just telling the truth. Right? What you can believe is just half. But all the debts are real. Debtors won't go away. You can see if the upper one, you decreased it by 50%, and compared to the adjusted debt, that means how much the debt it is 10,000 billion. So how much value this company will have? I don't know. So this adjusted net cash is just a theory. When the things go worse, it can have no adjusted net cash. I'm not guessing. This is not a guess. Because if the things is really not going so worse, why it get 2 seasons have the same provision, right? So that's the issue. So you can see this simple diagrams is quite interesting, right? At the upper is the total revenue and income increased, right? For this quarter and accumulated for 9 months, both increased. But the funny thing is the net income is lost, right? While you earn more money, you have more money for in, right? But the loss is even much higher, right? You can see that. You see for the last quarter, and then lost 53.9%, right, for past quarter. But for the accumulated 9 months, it lost 71.8%, right? That means things get worse. So you have to dump it out, right? I know it's hurt. I know it hurts, right? But seems you have to do that. We will take a look, right? We will look back of this stock maybe after 2 seasons, right? You can't fix it in 1 or 2 seasons. You can't fix it because the debts are there, right? The debts are there. Stone Company has to clear all the debts, make all the debts clear, and then maybe after Brazil fully recover from the pandemic, right? And then new company come out and then use their service, then it will get reborn. Otherwise, then no point for you to buy Stone Company stock, right? Because it has a lot of debts, right? That's the reason. Right. I know some readers then they don't want to, but seems you have to, right? Okay, so we share up to here, and thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please give us a like, and then give us any comment you have. And if your friends love this kind of, and you know, I always want to cut it short, right? Because I don't want to say it for 1 hour, then it's too boring. Right? A lot of people, a lot of my readers may complain this is boring, right? Because the performance report is boring. I just look at Alibaba, is also boring, right? But you have to. If you invest, you have to take care of the business, how it grows, what is the status of the competitors, and then the performance report, right? You have to. You can't miss anyone. Well, you can't miss anyone. I don't want to be Cathie Wood, and because Cathie Wood is just guessing, right? Maybe she did it by intention. I don't know. I'm not her, right? I'm not as famous as her. But we have to do the things that we need to do when we are investing, right? So share to your friends then if you think they like this kind of analysis, right? So please help to subscribe and then press the bell icon next to it. So whenever there is a new YouTube video uploaded, then YouTube will inform you. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. Let us see you next Friday. Bye-bye.